everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to the channel, and Imperator, Rome, and Sparta. So, thank you again. The support here on the channel has been absolutely amazing. We are, by the time you watch this, maybe we already hit 3,500 subs. Pretty insane. So thank you again for all comments, likes, subs, views, and just feedback and stories. Keep those coming. Means the world to me and is so much fun as part of this series. So now we are at a point where we're looking at what to do strategically. Now we're going to launch our campaign against Crete. And there are a few different things we could do. Now, we know one of the big issues is Rhodes. Rhodes is sitting over here. Let's go to the terrain map. Rhodes is sitting right over here. They are a major player. They've got a pretty good navy, good military tech. But by being allied to both Thrace and Lycia, unless it's Lycia, but I'm going to go with Lycia, this could, they could get Rhodes tangled up enough that it kind of knocks them out of this conflict. So that leaves us over here to deal with Kinosos directly. Now we have a superior navy, so what we could do is focus on destroying their navy with ours and then launch a land attack. My bigger concern right now, and let me start moving our ships into position, is the fact that maybe our navy just isn't quite powerful enough to do it. So probably going to need to add a few more ships just to bolster things. So for that, we're going to spend a little bit of money. We're going to go in here. We're going to build Trireme or Liburnian. We're going to go with Trireme. The cost isn't that much, so we'll build one here. It's going to take a while for these to build. We're going to go in here. We're going to build another Trireme there. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to build a Trireme. Oh, build a Liburnian there. That's 3. That brings us to 17. I'd like to get to 20. So we have another port over here. Let's go with a slightly cheaper one. What do we got here? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 6. Like I said, I'd like to get a navy up to 20. But that's really all we have right now. We're going to just have to wait a little bit. Let's build another Liburnian here. And may as well add a Trireme here as well. And just kind of let those tick forward. Let time tick forward a little bit. The Olympic Games have concluded. We have 1-0. Pyrrhus won. The famous Pyrrhus. Now let's actually move all of these out here. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of days until these get built. But these are all things that I just feel like we need to add to make this war work. Now I could go ahead and attack now already. Let's see, we have a breaking alliance with Thrace. That is actually concerning. So now, while those are building, what we can do is bring in our military. Let's see, are there any possible mercenaries anywhere that we could hire? Not at this time. Let's go here for mercenaries. Let's see, is there anybody of decent strength? These guys have archers, heavy infantry, and cav. Where are they located? Up here, 8,500. That's a pretty sizable force. Again, I don't know if we really have the naval force to be able to transport them. That's one of the bigger issues that we can't forget. Where are these guys? Oh, these guys are in Rhodes. So it might be worth recruiting them in Rhodes and having them fight for us there. So we could also just take Rhodes first and then focus on Kinosos. I think that may be the right choice. So before we lose Thrace as an ally, make sure we still have them. Where are we? There we are. Yes, we still have Thrace. I think, guys, it's time to declare the war and weaken Rhodes and then go after Kinosos. So we're going to declare the war, bring in all of our allies. Kinosos is the war goal. Go in here, we will raise our levies. Again, let's just change this around to actually reflect our actual units. Bring them onto our Nautican and head on over. Oh yeah, that's right, we need to increase our fleet maintenance. Yes, the research ratio is down just because our freemen are being used in war right now. And that does have that negative impact. All right, Acropolis of Rhodes requests responsibility. The heir of Sparta has asked to take on some responsibilities of rulership. Though young, Acropolis is confident that he has necessary capabilities to be an effective administrator. Let's give him a chance. I think that's definitely something we need to do. All right, now let's take our force. And I think first place is first. We are going to head on over here to Rhodes and neutralize them as fast as possible. We're going to keep an eye on how things are going. If they, I mean, the force of our allies, especially Lycia, is significantly more powerful than Rhodes. We're going to bring our troops in here and then maybe recruit them. I mean, how much is it? 100 gold. We can't afford that. So we're going to have to do this a little bit sneaky and see what we can come up with. All right, we can land our troops now and start conquering the island of Rhodes. You know, we're lacking a commander. We've got some more ships coming, but we have an Omen. We are, of course, going to go with Athena and get the army discipline. And then once all of our ships are ready to roll, that's when we are going to actually bring them all together. Aegeat's inept leadership, Acropolis. Evidently, it was a mistake to grant him more responsibility. His attempts at statecraft and diplomacy have yielded disappointing results. Many in Sparta question whether Acropolis will ever be ready for the reins of rulership. Okay. Reflects poorly. Sparta loses 5 legitimacy. He loses 5 popularity and 5 prominence. That is not good. All right. Now we are going to hunt fleets with them. And start island hopping here a little bit, because the problem with Rhodes is, of course, this city is far too powerful. Let's see, where can we go? Can we head over here and engage them in a conflict? Oh, they just got stack wiped. They got stack wiped. Can we go back here and carpet siege? Now we have enough to peace out Rhodes. Possibly. Let's see what we could get. So let's capture that province. Or territory, not a province, it's a territory. And see what happens. So we gotta siege it again. Alright, so we have 10 war score. What can we do? So Rhodian, so we can get an entire province for Lycia. I don't care about that. What can we do here for individual provinces? We can get Lidos for us. That's really it. We need to take that capital. The problem is we don't have the necessary troop strength to do it. I mean, we can move in and see what happens and kind of take it from there in hopes that our allies come and help us with the siege. Because right now, we don't have the troop strength. That's the goal. Here come Thracian troops. Be nice if they come in. Oh, peculating official. It has come to our attention that our trusted advisor, Anaximandros, has been siphoning funds from our treasury into his own pocket for some time. The disappearance of monies collected from across Sparta eventually aroused suspicions, which combined with eyebrow-raising extravagances such as extremely flattering statues of Anaximandros being erected could not be written off as mere coincidence. Abuses of this kind surely must not be tolerated lest the entire state apparatus becomes a charade for personally enriching vain aristocrats. The specific punishment is, however, up for debate. We will recuperate our losses. So Sparta gains 21 in gold. He has forfeited his position, or only real punishment will do. Let's see, what are we? He is harsh, so only real punishment will do. So this option available due to our ruler's upstanding character. Sparta imprisons Anaximandros. He loses 43 gold, which goes to the Spartan treasury. We gain slight tyranny. He loses loyalty, gains corruption, and we gain popularity. Only real punishment will do. So now we need a new Archaeatos. And we have new Omen effect. And we have one at sea. Very nice. All right, so we will bring in... He's got good statesmanship. Not very popular. Good loyalty. I like that. I like that. We have an invention that we can pursue. And the Thracians are here now. So, we have here blockade ports. Yeah, but that's going to be over with because they're going to be pushed away by our own navy here soon. Let's move these guys out here together and combine them. Those guys we will also bring over here and combine into one naval force and start moving forward. These guys, we will do no objective. We will instead bring them over here and combine this entire navy. And we've got another ship coming out here. And we can combine that navy. And now we've got a pretty substantial force. All right, so here we are getting there. Now the question is, do we hire these guys? 10 months, we would be broke, is the problem. Unless somehow we find a little bit of coin, we will be broke in that time. All right, so here we're going to go back and hunt fleets. We do have another innovation, or innovation, whatever. We have 2 of them available to us. So now let's take a real look here, go into planning mode, and see what will be beneficial for us right now. So this gives us global food modifier and integrated culture happiness. That doesn't help us right now. Oratory. So we can add another diplomatic relation. And aggressive expansion goes down. Maximum research effective goes up. So adding another diplomatic relation would be huge, if I'm honest. We can increase our diplomatic reputation. Governor policy cost goes down. Tyranny goes down. What do we have here for civic advances? We can go with movement of water. So free province investment and an extra import route. The output goes up. Here we can increase our slave output and our national freeman output. And in the martial advances, I mean, we've got a lot of different things that we could do here. I don't feel any of them will really help us a ton right now. Heavy cavalry discipline, but we don't have any heavy cavalry yet. Would this give us anything here as far as extra navy? Not really. So what I think would be smart, we're going to add an extra diplomatic relation. Okay, so now let's see here. Can we do anything with Rhodes. Because if I could make them into client state, that would honestly be the best possible scenario. Part of me just wants to gamble and hire those mercenaries. But I feel like that would be too much of a gamble at this point in time. I mean, Rhodes has been isolated. We now have a large force here besieging Rhodes. And we are the leader of the siege. We could order an assault, but I don't think that's prudent at this time. So we'll let this one tick, and then we'll see where things stand after that. Our claim to the throne of Sparta has come into question repeatedly lately, and people do not really see us fit to be their ruler. Even among the higher echelons of Spartan society, there are those who question us. Epikuros is a name that repeatedly comes up in these cases, clearly one who doubts our right to rule. So you can just say, who cares about his opinion, so his loyalty is way down. Or we will have our people convince him one way or another. Be a little tyrannical. Okay, so Rhodes is one. Let the looting be gentle. Now we have extra money. Now, ideally, what can we do? So we cannot get Crete. We cannot get all of Sparta. Can we do... What can we do? We can make Rhodes a client state. No? We're missing out on that? Alright. Well, then let's just quickly move over here. Capture that. Boom. There. Alright. Now, let's see what we can do with Rhodes. Can we capture them? No. No, we cannot. We can take individual territory, and we can make them a client state. You cannot force an ally to abandon someone in a war until 36 months have passed. So that's a year from now. So what about individual? We cannot take anything from them yet. Well, either way, we have enough war score now to give us a nice advantage. What I do want to do, we're going to gamble here and hire these guys. It's a gamble. I'm not going to lie. We are going to take our first Nauticon. Sorry, not these guys. We're going to go to our second Nauticon. Our major force. We are going to get rid of that objective, and we are going to move them out here. And we may as well take this one individual ship as well and move them out here, because now it'll be time to take Crete. But we've neutralized Rhodes, and that was a huge part of this. All right. So now let's bring these together and put all of our troops onto this ship. Here, let's actually change how they are set up. Put cavalry on the flanks. Alright, now we will start our assault on Crete and Kinosos. Don't quite know what their military strength is. There's a scandal is an unfortunate part of the average day in the Spartan court. Ordinarily, we would simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Aratas was found in flagrante delicto. Oh, God. Just have him flogged. I don't care. It's that again. So we will move in here, and then it is time to land and try to win this one pretty quickly. Alright, so there's a war between Odrysia and Thrace. Alright, so we will take our troops, land here, and start the siege of Kinosos. Now let's see if there's a Cretan army. There they are, 8,000 men. And they're just going to sit there. Alright, let's just do gentle looting of Kinosos. Now let's see what we can do in terms of peace. Alright, so we can Force Rhodes? No, we cannot. White peace. Rhodes as a client state would work. And Kinosos as a client state would not work. Why not? -9. Well, in that case, is it time for a pretty close war? Or do we try to take... Let's try to take that province right there. If they move in to try to reclaim their capital, then we will crush them. It might be worth crushing them anyway. Alright, let's move them back in here. I think we need to attack. Alright, I want all of you, the whole shebang, to go here. Alright, now we could force a battle. No. I'd like to take that province. They're going to move back up in there. We will win this province before they win that province. Barely. Once we do... Okay. Let's take that and let's go in there and see... see, now they've won that one back. Now we have to take Kinosos again. It's this constant back and forth. Here's a battle now. Against Gortina. We will win this one. Perfect. Sad news. Stratonikos has died. Right, now we have to get Kinosos back. Odrissa sues for police. For a white peace from Thrace. That's okay. Here comes some Thracian allies. In with perfect timing. So now let's start marching through the Cretan countryside and start taking this stuff bit by bit by bit. I don't want a carpet siege, but hey, if we can, we can. I know there is the fort over here, and I am cognizant of our financial situation, but right now we're still okay. The good thing is they can't transport off the island. So we'll just siege through the countryside here bit by bit. And then hopefully have a final battle soon. Will we force a battle here against this garrison? That is the key. And finally wipe them out. Stack wipe would be good at this point. Especially with our Thracian allies. We have total superiority of the sea. And it's a close battle that we have won. And now we have that to contend with. Now, let's take a look here. How's the siege looking there? Is there a fort? There is a fort. So we'll take this fort. Let's see if they will peace out now. No, we cannot. Oh, we can do Rhodes and Kinosos become client states. So, a client state... What if we get rid of that? What if we just take land? We can't take all of Crete. We could take Rhodes, also for our allies. And can we make Kinosos a client state? No, we can't. But we could make both of them client states. We only have a slot for one. Well, then let's just continue with our siege here. Now, obviously, that'll hurt our war score a little bit. But, you know, here's another Thracian force moving in. But if we can win this siege, then that will help. Because then we've got the forts. We already have their capital. And then take another fort. Of course, if they reform and come back, that will be the issue there. All right, so Polyrinia is ours. This looting will be gentle. Let's turn down the speed a little bit. We're going to win another naval battle. Let's wait for that naval battle. There we go. All right, so now let's see what we can do if now they will listen. So Kinosos becomes a client state. Or can we take all of Crete? We can't. But we could take Rhodes. No, that's not what I want. I don't want them. I want all of it to us. We give it to Lycia, our allies. and make Kinosos a client state. Can we take... Yeah, we can take Kinosos for us. I think that'll be okay. War exhaustion 10. Or aggressive expansion of 10. Can we take Palmyra? No, we can't. So now we can take Kinosos as part of Sparta. Kinosos becomes our client state. And we have taken Rhodes for us and our ally. Or we keep going and just conquer everything. I think for now, we are going to keep going and conquer everything. Now, they're going to reconquer Kinosos, but then we're going to reconquer Kinosos. And on it goes, but there's another fort over here. So I'm okay with that. We take Kinosos. That'll be fast. The Thracians are also in force here. I love that unit art. So they're taken off. Here comes our larger army. So they are taking that. We will take Kinosos back, and then we will take Lyctos as the final fort. There's an inferior force going in the back there, but we will take Lyctos, or, sorry, we will take Kinosos. Small little loss there. Now we will take that force and besiege Lyctos and win that one. We're still looking good for money, so I'm not overly concerned. White peace is imminent. Let's see. A petitioner approaches. Senior citizen by the name of Thucydides approached our Basileus private this morning. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future in which he was found by his loved ones having been killed under mysterious circumstances. With shaking hands, he offered all his worldly goods to the state to us. That gives us 47 gold and 11 loyalty. So I don't want to white peace out on this. Now we do have a title unsigned. Decent statesmanship. He's pretty loyal. I think we will go... He's got better statesmanship. We will add him. I kind of... And the fact that white peace is imminent, I don't like that. See, now we can't do that anymore. Because of that one battle loss. Alright, we're gonna see what we can do here in the hopes that it doesn't white peace out. So now we've won a siege and then we lost a siege. This is getting really frustrating. I hate these kind of wars where this has to happen. Alright, you know what? I'm getting a little annoyed with this. Let's just reset everything. Take a look here. So we can still take Rhodes, and we can still make Kinosos a client state. Can we give anything to them? No, we cannot, so I don't really care. We can have them release nations. Can we take anything? Can we take Kinosos for us? We cannot. But making them a client state and taking Rhodes, we can take Lyctos next door. Kaunos to them, no. Phaikos to them, yes. So we're splitting up our neighbors a little bit. Make Rhodes a tributary, no we can't. We will do that, so we get Rhodes. Rhodian Sporades. And yeah, because I don't want to white peace out. We were in a better situation before. But by the time we win that other siege again, it's just a bit of a pain. So we're going to do this. Kinosos becomes a client state of ours. We gain Rhodes and some territory on the island of Crete. And Physcos goes to Lycia for helping us out. We are going to do this deal. We will finalize that and call it a day. So, conquest of Rhodos. The city of Rhodos has finally fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. Rhodos is well known across the Mediterranean for their independent streak, as well as their great craftsmen. Though several kings and rulers have temporarily taken control of the island, it has fought back its independence at every turn. Most impressive was a hard-fought victory against Antigonos and his son Demetrios. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. There have been people asking for us to sack the city of the ground. We're not going to sack it. We're going to keep the workers alone. So we get 10 legitimacy, 15 popularity, and 15% pop happiness. So now, the Hellenistic local power of Kinosos accepted our generous peace offers. So Rhodian Sporadus and the city of Rhodes, of Rhodos, is part of Sparta. Kinosos is now our client state. Liktos is a territory we now get on Crete, and Fiskos goes to our allies Lycia. I think that worked out rather well. So now we're going to click on here. We are going to select... we can't select them. So anyway, we're going to go to our military. We're going to click forward, and we are going to disband all of our levies. I think we still have these guys here. We're going to disband that unit of mercenaries. And we are now going to find our Nauticon. And here we're just going to have them destroy pirates. Obviously, we're now going to go into our economy tab. Drop down all of our fleet maintenance. Got a little bit of income coming in now from our tributaries. Let's go to Liktos. We're going to get rid of that fort. Let's see. Do we have any forts here? See, now, Rhodes, I kind of feel like I want to keep that fort. Now, there's a great wonder here, the Acropolis of Rhodes. And we could, yeah, I kind of want to keep that fortress. So if we go to the political map now, this is what the world looks like. So we've got trade offers here. Megalopolis, Macedon. We are going to go with Macedon. They want glass. These guys, Aetolian Revolt. Who are they revolting against? Against Aetolia. We'll accept that. If they can weaken those guys, that would be great. We've got a scorned family. The Penaeid family. All right, well, let's see if we can now, in Sporadus, find a Penaeid to be governor. Is there a Penaeid? All right, so we have him. Leonatos Penaeid. He is forgiving, energetic, and cautious. He's got no corruption. Popularity is okay. He's pretty loyal. His statesmanship is questionable, but... I wish I could just go back. But we will find him. Can I sort by family? Age? No. So, Leonatos Penaeid. We will make him governor of Rhodes. And with that, we have everything we could want. Sparta now is in the islands down here. We have a client state in Kinosos, which is pretty powerful in the sense of they are a client state of ours. Now, obviously, they had to release all of these states here. So he's a subject of Tara. So Gortina is a subject of Tara, and they are allied with Rhodes. This is ours. Then we have Irapetra. They are in defensive league with Gortina and Rhodes. And then we have Tara, who's a feudatory of Gortina. So what we can do, obviously, is with time and cooldown. We need to chill a little bit our aggressive expansion. Is we can take the rest of Crete and leave Kinosos is, because we've now broken that alliance, and individually, these guys are not that powerful. So now we're going to go to our inventions. And let's see, isn't there something here? So integrated culture happiness goes up by 2% there. Oratory advances. So what can we do here? Aggressive expansion change goes down. So there's equal integration. Aggressive expansion down by 2.5%. Divine mandate. Can drop that. Humane conduct. That will help our diplomatic relations. What do we again have here? in martial. We could go with basic training, which helps our experience. And that goes discipline, supply, starting experience. Here we could go with siege engineers +1, but that doesn't help us because we don't have a legion. Fort defense goes up by 5%. Discipline goes up. And here we could go with astral navigation, so the morale goes up. Civic advances. We can do freeman output goes up by 3%, or our slave output. Slave output, obviously taxes. Freeman output is manpower. We're going to go with that because we need to bump up our manpower. That is a definite must. If we look at our economy, this is the actual balance moving forward. I'm going to hit unpause. Slow that way down. Have that on 5 speed. So we are looking overall pretty good right now. We've got a solid economy, good stability. Our military experience is going up. We have a client state. If we look at where things sit right now for us, we are 4 out of 4 with our diplomatic relations. Lycia is a solid partner in this region if we want to conquer here. We have Thrace, of course, as a major power, Elis as a power on the Peloponnese, and then Kinosos as our client state. And client states, of course, they give you a lot of money, 25% commerce income. They will also help you in a war, and you can later just integrate them into your realm. Now, my friends, I think we are getting to the point in time where we can seriously consider conquering Messenia. Now, it's still a little bit difficult. They still have a lot. We need to rebuild our economy and our manpower. So our maximum is 3,000. We need to get our manpower up. We need to build our economy and get to the point where we can take this bad boy on, have the money, bring in a mercenary troop that is strong, because we'll have naval superiority. Our navy is pretty strong. And conquer Messenia and break that defensive league and start conquering the Peloponnese. That is the strategy for the future. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, first of all, hit like if you enjoyed the fact that we won a major war of conquest, conquering Rhodes, a massive strategic and strategic point, financial point, and so on. Huge advantage for us. Getting a foothold in Crete and making the most powerful realm of Crete our client. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Let me know. Write some chronicles of this war, of the battles, of the things that happened, and how it all came to play. So until next time, I am Realm Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.